Okay, Scorpio. Libra, I have Scorpio in my first house too, so maybe I should look at it. Libra was kind of like a little crazy, you know. I wasn't really that happy with those cards. It's fine. That's why we are the scales, right? We'll balance it out. That's why we get it. Give it to us. We can take it. Right? Damn. Okay, I'm kind of like silent right now because Scorpio, I just want the cards to kind of like just shuffle. I don't even really know what's going on with you. It's kind of like, But I did kind of see the Three of Swords and the Tower. So I don't know what that's talking about relationship-wise. What's going on? Oh my God. Okay, right, we got Scorpio. Okay, cool. Scorpio, so the Eight of Pentacles, which is great. This is talking about, you know, right now, the time that we're in. You're putting a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort into what you're doing. You know what I mean? You're really practicing a lot. You're trying to bring things into order, planning, you know, trying to gather information and data as well, okay? It does even talk about, you know, organizing things and putting things together, that type of thing. You're dealing with money, okay? And you're trying to actually create more money by doing this service. So you might even be working a lot, right? Spending a lot of time, energy, and effort doing that. You know, and I feel like you're feeling the momentum too. You're feeling motivated from what you've already seen happening already. So the encouragement is there because it's the sun, and it's the sun encouraging that spirit of Virgo, which is the service. So you can see how the service is actually being well received, right? And you know, respected and like just, yeah. It's being well received, whatever it is, the service that you're doing. So that's motivating you to do more. It's encouraging you more. Really great, okay? So let's go ahead and see. You're coming up with new ideas too, and things are changing. So it's like you definitely are going to have to be able to think on your feet as well. There might be some like casual mistakes that are made, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Don't worry about that because it's strong energy here with the Eight of Pentacles, and I feel like things are really happening and changing for the better. You know, these are improvements that are happening here with this Virgo energy. Yes, for sure. See, this is why I'm like, I have Scorpio in my first house. The Six of Swords is here, which is bringing some innovation to the planning and the details, right? It's like trying to get things to work out into a science, you know what I mean? Also walking away from some old constructs and some old systems, some old ways of thinking, and trying to come up with a new plan to make things seem fresh and to seem new, especially with the Eight of Pentacles being here and with the Six of Swords being here. You know, this could be with friendships, right? It could be with business and your work and your everyday life, or you could just be switching up the patterns in your everyday life around you, that type of thing. You might even be very focused on the things that really matter, like your home and your bills and, you know, your body, being very practical about the way that you assert yourself right now, Scorpio, but also like within that changing up the ways that you have been being practical, because it's like, you know, that's why you plan and you're being practical and things like that, so that like whenever you want to make an adjustment, you feel the freedom to make that adjustment. I mean, you know what I mean? Hopefully. So it's kind of like you're freely making these adjustments, and you're kind of like changing up the scope and the plan and the ideas to kind of like get some new results, right? So it's not like the results that you were getting were not good. You just like want to see some new results and some things change. So that's good, right? You want to see things play out differently, right? So that's great. And yeah. Okay, word. The Three of Wands is here. The Three of Wands is talking about waiting for all of that work and all of that planning and all of that innovation, all of that change, right? All of that change, all of that coin to come in, because it's a 3, so it's related to Gemini, the 3rd house. Mercury rules currency, right? Things like that. And the 3 of Wands is related to the Empress, because that's a 3. Venus in esoteric astrology rules the 3rd house. So yes, money is coming in. You're waiting for it. It is going to be coming in, Scorpio, right? This is good. You're just waiting for the growth to happen. You're waiting for the process to really kick into gear. You know what I mean? Once the engine really does get going, because it's Sun in Aries. Once that engine does really get going, it's a good time. And now that Mars, which is your ruling planet, is in Aries and it's retrograde, it's giving you time to think about like what this new initiation, what this new goal, what this new plan, what this new process, this new model is for you now, right? And it also is talking about appearance. Some of you may have even changed your look, and now you're waiting, you're like trying to get used to it, or maybe you're thinking about changing like your look, or you're thinking about the look of something. Some of you might even be thinking about rebranding, branding yourselves, branding your business, that type of thing, because the 6 of Swords is that type of thing, right? The 6s are related to Virgo, which is your daily life and your work, because we are of service to our lives through our work, right? And then like that could be changing, right? Branding, changing the branding. That's you know, changing your business model or something like that. And it could also just be changing the way that you like your appearance, you see yourself, because it's about like eccentricities and trying to figure out what it is that's going to make you stand out, Sun and Aries, and what it is that's going to make people see that you are the one to go to for a specific reason or whatever, you know. Anyway. This is like probably one of the best readings that I've done right now, Scorpio, finally. Okay, damn. So let's flip it over. Ace of Cups, right? Totally. So this is going to pay off for you. This work, doing things in a new way, it's really going to pay off for you. You know, you have to trust in this process, because the Cups do talk about trusting something, definitely. The Swords and the Cups. And sometimes the Wands too, but they're less likely to trust. They're trusting in themselves, not really but the Ace of Cups is saying you're receiving a blessing right now, okay? And right now is the time, right? With the 3 of Wands, it's time to receive this, and it's time to like take this energy and use it for what it's actually meant for, right? Use this gas to drive that car, right? Right? I mean, that's basically it. I feel like you're getting a chance to like water a seed, you know, like this is so crazy, because you have the Ace of Cups here, and then it's like this is it too. So you have like the chance, ooh, the wand is there. So you have the chance to make something happen, you know what I mean? Anyway, you have it. Oh, all right. Well, you're definitely leaving something behind that made you feel like restricted, like those old ideas, those old ways, and like the things that were kind of like set in place that don't necessarily have to be acknowledged, adhered to, or honored now can now be changed, because this is honoring old ways of relating to something, and this is changing that. So this is here first, and this is here afterwards, but it's also talking about how you're relating to what tested you in the past, or what made things difficult for you in the past, or what wasn't allowing you to have the freedoms that you wish you would have had just because of the way things were set up, you know, in the past. Okay, and it could be talking about a change of environment. It could be talking about a change of, you know, mind, a change of pace. It's a new way of thinking, right? And also you're taking a risk with something too. You're taking a risk with a new space. And when I say a new space, it could be physically a new space, or you could be taking a risk within the space that you're working in right now, you know, with what's possible. You're like, okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to see if like I can get anything out of this, you know? And I feel like you learned your lessons in the past too. So now you're ready to receive something new. Okay, let's look at your last card. All right. Wow. It's Cernunnos, which is the devil in this card. So it's talking about work, you know? And it's like, this card is the realization of what's been holding you back, what habits have been getting in your way, and maybe, you know, what habits may have been restricting you too. Because it's coming from a 5, right? Because it's number 15, so it's 1 and 5, which is 6. And, you know, what came before this was, I believe, the Temperance card. So the Temperance card is like realizing where you may have been holding yourself back, and now it's time to change, you know, something, or it's time to actually commit to something worthwhile, or maybe you are realizing how you may have been getting in your own way, okay? And now you're taking this opportunity to change that, you know? I feel like with the Devil card being here in the future for you as well, coming up after the Ace of Cups and the 3 of Swords, it's saying you learned a valuable lesson, right? And you're realizing where you don't want to have someone else being in the driver's seat, or have someone else controlling the scenario. You know what I mean? Or feeling like you have an expectation, you have something to prove. I feel like right now, you think, and the way you're relating to the situation is like something to prove. Just don't be too hard on those around you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And work is actually going to be like kind of hard right now for some of you. You know? And also, what are you getting out of work? What are you getting out of the hard work? Right? What's paying off for you? You know? And think about your time too. What's the timetable? If you have a lot, I feel like you have a lot of time to fill. So having a lot of time to fill means that you probably need to stay busy. You need to start doing things that are going to make use of your time, okay? Making better use of your time here, right? And this is behind here, so you're waiting for something, but you got to make better use of your time too while you're waiting, if that's happening, okay? And also, this is like improvements that might need to be made to your physical body here, right? You got to like, don't let your skills start to deteriorate, because the Devil card does talk about not letting your skills deteriorate, that type of thing. And because we kind of like got used to like not working as hard or not working as much, it's like now some things need to be sharpened, and there just needs to be a little bit more diligence and discipline, but not getting crazy, okay? Anyway, it's time for you to commit to some practices that are going to take you out of not feeling motivated or feeling, you know, oppressed. Yeah. Okay, Scorpio, like, share, subscribe, and comment on the video. Hit that notification bell. And also follow me on Instagram. It's Providence Tarot there. And my personal account is NYC Kendrick. If you'd like to get a personal reading, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com.